Hi everyone, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet. This is the third time Facebook keeps kicking me off of these live videos, so hopefully this time it'll go through. But if it doesn't, then I'll have to come back at another time and try to do this, but I'm going to try to go ahead and finish it. If you were watching earlier and you saw how to make this, or some of it, I'm so sorry about that. Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe. We are up to 47 subscribers. Once we get to 50, if you've been watching my videos, you know that we're going to do a huge giveaway with a scarf and a variegated skein of yarn and a candy apple red crochet hook. So please do all those things. It helps me so much and I appreciate it greatly. So what you're going to need today is a 5mm crochet hook. You're going to need a darning needle, which looks like this. Just like that. You could use a big sewing needle too if you wanted to. A pair of scissors, white and black yarn. You're also going to use your white yarn to stuff your ghost. And you're also going to need a keychain holder thing. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to attach that. So I've got a little knot here at the end, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And I'm going to show you how to make this little ghost, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to make a slip knot. We're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're new to crocheting and you don't know any of the stitches in this video, please go to my beginner crochet video on YouTube. Okay, but we chain 7, and the second chain from the hook, we're going to do 2 half double crochets. So there's 2 half double crochets, and then we're going to do 1 half double crochet and the next 4 chains across. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That leaves 1 chain, and in this last chain we're going to work 5 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Five half double crochets. Okay, and this is what it should look like. Almost looks like you're making a candy cane, and actually this is how I make my candy canes. Okay. So in the next stitch, once we turn our work just like this, and it looks like this because we're going to be working around, okay, we're going to be kind of mirroring what we did on one side to the other side. So after you do those 5 half double crochets, you're going to do 1 half double crochet and the next 4 stitches. So we're going to go right into this next one. We're going to put 1 half double crochet right in the next 2, in the next 3. 1 half double crochet in the third one, and then we're on the 4th one, 1 more half double crochet. Okay, so we did 4 half double crochets in a row, and the next one we're going to do 3 half double crochets in this last chain right here. We're going to do 3, so 1, 2, and 3 half double crochets in that last one. Okay, and it looks just like this. This is exactly how I make my flip-flops too. Okay, so then we're going to slip stitch right into the first half double crochet that we did. It's a little hard to see, but it's right there, and we're going to go right through there, and we're going to slip stitch right into that. Okay, now what we're going to do is chain up 1, but that does not count as a stitch. We're just pulling up our work by chaining 1, and in that same place we're going to do 2 half double crochets right where we slip stitch. So 1 and 2. 2 half double crochets. Then we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. 1 and 2. Then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Then we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next 4 stitches. So in this next one, we're going to do 2, 1 and 2. And the next one, we're going to do 2, 1 and 2. And the next one, we're going to do 2, 1 and 2. And then in the next one, we're going to do 2, 1 and 2. And that ends the 4 chains with 2 half double crochets each. We're going to do our next 5 spaces, the next 5 stitches, we're going to do 1 half double crochet just like we did on the other side. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. Okay? Then we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next 2 stitches, which will be our last 2. So we're going to do 1 and 2 in this one, and 1 and 2 in the next one. If you've seen some of my videos before, you know that right there looks like it could be a stitch that you worked into, but it's not. It's what I call a fake stitch. So you're not going to work into that one. You're going to go into the first half double crochet and slip stitch right there. Okay, and that's what it looks like so far. Then you're going to chain up 1 again. That's not going to count as a stitch. Then you're going to slip stitch into that same space that we just slip stitched into. Okay, then you're going to slip stitch 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to make your little arm. So you're going to chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Check it. Second chain from the hook, you're going to slip stitch, and the next one you're going to single crochet, and the next one you're going to half double crochet, and then you finished your arm. Now we're going to, sorry, I'm looking at the pattern up here. You're going to slip stitch into the next 7 chains. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay? Then the next thing that you're going to do is single crochet in the next stitch. Then you're going to half double crochet into the next stitch. Then you're going to put 3 double crochets into the very next stitch. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, then you're going to chain 4 to make our ghost tail. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. Then you're going to single crochet in the next one and half double crochet into the next. Then to close our tail off, we're going to do a double crochet into the third double crochet of the 3 that we worked before. So remember, we worked these 3 in this chain right here. We did our little tail. So you're going to yarn over and you're going to go right into the very top of this last double crochet that we worked. Just right there at the very top of it, working into that double crochet. And you're going to do another double crochet. Okay? Then you're going to skip your next stitch and you're going to slip stitch into the next 3. So we're going to skip this one and slip stitch into the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Then you're going to work on another arm. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like before, we're going to slip stitch into the chain, the next chain from the hook, the second chain. Then we're going to single crochet into the next one and half double crochet into the next. Then you're going to slip stitch into the next 5. So 1, hold on, I'm just making sure I went into the next one. And I did, but I wanted to make sure. So 1, now we're slip stitching into the next 5, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. And that would have been our last stitch. Again, you'll see a little stitch there that looks like you should work into. That is a fake stitch. Do not work into that. You're going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet of this round. Okay, just like that. And now we finished our little ghost. So you can leave a lot of yarn on the end so that we can sew these two together. You're going to make one identical to this one except for the eyes. So we're going to just pull through and knot off. Then you're going to take your black yarn. I've just got some extra black yarn that I've had laying around. And I'm going to cut off, you know, a decent size. And we're going to make the little ghost eyes. Okay? So I'm going to thread in the yarn, or try to. This is a thick black yarn. So I'm going to put it right in here into my darning needle. And then in the other side, I'm going to make a slip knot. Okay? Just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 little ghost eyeballs. I'm going to show you where I put them, but you can put them anywhere you want to. But the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come in through this way, leaving this little slip knot on the other side. And then I'm going to go through again to make my eyeball, or my eye rather. And then I'm going to pull right into this, and that's going to create a knot, just like that, okay? But I really don't think that that's that easy to see, so I'm going to go in one more time through here, just like this. And I'm trying to catch my yarn as I go, just like that. Okay, on the back, I'm going to knot off again, just by doing this. And then I'm going to cut all the excess off, because this is going to be on the inside of our ghost. So I'm just cutting them off just like this. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I just did for my other eye. So I'm going to cut off some more black yarn. I'm going to just get my needle ready off camera because we're so close that my huge hands are taking up half the screen. Okay, so I'm just going to make a slip knot on the end just like I did before. Just like that. And I'm just going to try to find a space that's pretty even with the other side. I'm just going to pull that through. Go back down again. And then I'm going to catch my slip knot on the other side to make a knot. Just like that. And then see how that kind of goes into itself. So I'm going to go again. I'm going to go through it one more time. Just like this. Okay. And see, now we've got 2 little ghost eyes. He's so cute. So then I'm going to knot off again. Sorry, my big hands are in the way. So I'm just going to knot off again, and I'm going to cut off all my excess. Okay, just like that. So that's what it'll look like on the inside. Okay, and we've got our long piece here, and then we've got this, and this is just going to stay in the middle. Okay, so like I said, you're going to make one just like this, but without the eyes. Okay, so then your other piece is going to look just like this one. Okay, but because of the way these are made, and we're going to be putting them back to back and stuffing them, this side is going to be on the outside instead of this. So it's going to look like this on the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to work in this back piece. We're going to weave this in because we don't want to see that. Okay. So I'm going to cut this off. It's fraying at the end. This white red heart tends to do that. So we're just going to weave that in with our needle. And we're going to work this, just, you know how to do it. I'm going to do it 3 times. Just going to work this in the back. There's 2. And there's 3. And cut off our excess. Okay. So now we've got this. And we've got that in the middle. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over to the back. And we're going to put this on the inside too. Any of our scragglers are going to go on the inside because all we're going to do is add yarn anyway to stuff it. Okay. So we've got them laying just like this. And then when you flip them over, that's the other side. Okay. So now what I want you to do is I want you to sew these 2 ghosts together. So we're going to again thread our darning needle with our yarn. The darning needle fell. Sorry about that. So we're just going to thread this. Okay. And we've got this lined up perfectly. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go all along the edges, and we're just going to sew these 2 sides together. Now I want to go ahead and put my keychain right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my keychain right where I want it. I'm going to go through just like this and pull in my keychain. Just like that. I'm going to do it twice to make sure that it's secured in place. Just like that. And then I'm just going to keep moving along just like this, hitting all the edges and lining up my ghosts together. It's really important that you do both of these the exact same way so that they'll line up perfectly when you go to sew them together. So let's just go ahead and sew this all the way around. Shouldn't take too long. And then I'll show you how to stuff it and how to finish it off. So yeah, you're just going all the way around. When I get to the end of the arms, I go right into the ends, just like that. And then I turn it. And it's just going to round your arms off at the end a little bit, which I think is good because they're a little bit pointy in this pattern. So as you go around, you're just making them look a little bit rounded. So again, you're all around, just sewing it together so that we can stuff it and make it look all 3D and stuff. Okay. These make wonderful gifts if you have any elementary school students who are having Halloween parties, if they still do that in school, I don't know. Or if you just want to make some for your kids to put on their backpacks or their keychains. Or maybe you just have friends who are really into Halloween and they would love to have something like this. So I just thought it was a really cute idea. I haven't seen a ghost keychain, but I thought it would be neat. And I'm going to do a few more keychains before Halloween comes so that y'all can see how to make some different ones. Okay, so I'm just working along here. I'm just going to keep going along and leave myself a little hole up here at the top to stuff the yarn in, or the stuffing, whichever you prefer to use. Actually, I think I may have a little stuffing. Okay, so you're just working along here. We're coming up to our next little arms, set of arms. Sorry, I think I was off camera there for a minute. And again, when you get to the end, just keep sewing. Okay, so now we're back up at the top, and I've left a little hole that I haven't sewed in yet so that I can leave some room for some stuffing. I have a little bit of stuffing that I have left over from a project, so I want to go ahead and use this, but you definitely can use yarn. What I do is I literally just pull off a bunch of yarn and I stuff it, but I think this may actually be enough. We'll see. So you just take your stuffing or your yarn, whichever one, and you just fill your little ghost with it. Just like this. I wouldn't put a lot down at the bottom of your little tail, okay, because you want it to stay pointed, and it'll round it off maybe probably a little too much. So you just put, you know, enough stuffing to make it look like that. Okay, I think that's enough for mine. You can stuff it as much as you want though. Okay, so then I'm just going to keep going around now that I stuffed it as much as I want to. Like I said, you may want to do more and that's fine, or you may want to do less. Okay, and then you're just going to keep sewing all the way around till you get where you started. Okay, so I'm right there where I started before. And look at that. We made a little keychain, a little ghost keychain. How cute. Okay, so to end this off, what you're going to do is you're going to take your the last bit of yarn you have, you know, because you want this to stay all together, and you're literally just going to go through this just like this, wherever you want to go. Just want to make sure it doesn't fall apart. So I'm just going to keep working it in just like that. And then I'm just going to cut off at the end. Stretch it out a little bit. Oh, a little bit of a piece is still poking through. I want to make sure that's not left there. I'm going to cut it off some more. Okay. And this is what our two little ghost keychains look like that we made. Looks like right there that it pulled up on that a little bit, so I may go back and fix that. It looks like it nicked that little piece of yarn a little bit. So I may go back and try to use my darning needle and try to push that in a little bit. If that happens to you, you can do that. But that's what they look like. Lots of fun to make. I think I'm going to try to come back and maybe do a witch's hat tomorrow. A witch's hat keychain. I think that would be really cool to do. Anyways, thanks so much for watching with me today, guys. As I said before, please like, share, and subscribe. Put in the comments that you did all three, even if you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, either way, and so that I'll know that you did that, and so I can enter you in the giveaway. Thank you so much again for watching. Have a great day and happy crocheting.